Alrighty, Trevor Gill and Nathan Hewer here. We just got done covering day one of the state track and field meet.
Yes, it was an exciting day, and we were able to cover all 4 classifications. We were there all day, and it was an awesome time. Great weather. Fingers crossed for tomorrow.
Yeah. We hear that it went from 100% chance of rain down to 60, so we're hoping it doesn't end up like last year's was.
Yes.
So regardless, we'll be there out on the field covering. The day led off with classes B and D, in which we had several area medalists from that first session.
That's right. My Trent, and in the throwing you had Trent Grizzle, and then you had Jessa Eden and Sarah Huss, and it was impressive in the manner they did it. Trent PR'd to get 6th place, and Jessa overcame 2 scratches in her prelims, got her final attempt to get into finals, ended up taking 4th. She scratched on an attempt that I saw was 140. Don't quote me.
It was easily 140.
It might have been 142, which would have left her in 2nd, but you know what, heck of an effort from her to take 4th, improved from 7th place last year. And Sarah Huss, only a sophomore, and she got her first state medal as a high school athlete, and congrats to her.
You know, in addition to the throwing, when I was up there covering Trent throwing, and down on the track they had the 3,200 meter relays going, and we had a very strong showing from the Tri-County teams in that event.
Yeah, that 3,200 relay by both Tri-County teams, and they entered the meet and seeded 8th or lower, and by that they didn't have, they weren't projected to place really, and both of them, Creighton Niemeyer, heck of a start, Kaylee Weichel, heck of a start, both phenomenally strong legs for Tri-County, and runner-up, the dive at the finish for Tri-County, and it was just a heck of an ending for the boys to get 2nd place there at the very end. And also you had the girls take 4th, and they were actually a qualifier in districts that they had to get in by additional qualifying time. They didn't even place in the top 2 in their districts, so big congrats to both of those squads. And about 3 o'clock we started the A&C session, and our schools that we covered for the A&C session, with Thayer Central, they started it off with a bang, 3,200 relay, defended their state title, and it was an exciting one. Going into the last lap, Aubrey Fangmeyer, who's the defending state champ in the 800 meters, and he's gonna be running the 800 for the Huskers next year, he was down 25 meters when he got the baton, and he passed the kid who was ahead of him.
Yeah.
And on the first lap before he even started his 2nd lap, and
he closed the distance quick.
And now it was Trevor and I were talking, and we were saying, is he going to be able to close that gap? And I said, I think on 2nd lap maybe, and Trevor said, oh yeah, he got him. And what do you know, he beat him by probably 30 meters and ran a 156 split. And for those of you who didn't know, that 156 is the time he ran last year in the open 800 out. And for those that don't know, track splits are usually slightly faster than out of the blocks because you get the baton and you're a few meters ahead. But anyway, it's a great job by them. And Keegan Casey, I wanted to say, after a surprise runner-up in wrestling, he got a state title. He's a junior. He has a gold and a silver on his resume, yep. And that's phenomenal. Trey Fisher, freshman, state title as a freshman. You only can go up from there. And Zach Koss, he was a part of the 3,200 relay last year, and him and be on the lookout tomorrow for Fangmeyer and Zach Koss. It's going to be a dead heat in the 800 meter dash. They could go 1-2, get 18 points in one event for Thayer Central.
We also had Wilbur Claytonia had a very significant performance from Riley Wurr in the pole vault. He kind of came in under the radar, and he ended up clearing 14 foot, which was a new school record for him. So
yeah, he did, and he cleared 13 feet at district, so he just improved a foot within a week's time. And I covered track, I did write-ups, I did area leaders throughout the season, and he was consistently hitting 12 foot and 12.6, and that's big time, and he performed the best on the biggest stage. That was the clutch, possibly the most clutch performance of the day, and that ended up being a school record. I don't know if you said that.
And did we mention Diller Odell's qualifiers for tomorrow?
No, Diller Odell, Skylar Pretzer, phenomenal freshman.
Yes.
Her and Andy Cook for Tri-County, those two freshmen are phenomenal. And Pretzer qualified in the 100-meter dash for the finals. I believe she got the 7th or 6th fastest time. So, but it guaranteed a medal though, since she made finals. So she already added a medal to her resume. And William McLaughlin, who's the area leading 300-meter hurdler, 2nd fastest time out of the 3 heats, and he'll be contending right there. He's only a half second off the leader coming out of prelims, so he has a shot at state title as well. And he's a junior, Diller Odell.
And when you got somebody right there pushing like that, you're bound to go faster too.
That's right. So it's going to be, you got all the fast guys in one heat, and I think he could push, and you never know what can happen in the finals.
And we also had Aubrey Fangmeyer qualify for the finals in the Open 400 too for tomorrow.
Yes, thank you for reminding me of that. Now, Aubrey did, first time, he didn't run it last year at state, and he actually ran a 50, what was it?
Today?
Yeah.
50.71, I believe.
50.71, and anytime you're around that 50 range or under 50, you're doing something right, and that left him with the 3rd fastest time. So this is gonna be Aubrey's biggest challenge at this state meet, and but if he can secure that, he's gonna go down as Thayer Central, probably their greatest runner in school history.
Well, in that whole field, that whole 400 field, I think it's separated by just over a second.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a great race to watch tomorrow.
Photo finish. Everybody could be within 10 meters of each other at the finish line, maybe even 5. So it's going to be, we'll be there. We will be videoing it. We'll have pictures. So be on the lookout on our social media.